Hello, my super kids. I hope you have done all the chapters from chapter number 1 till chapter number 5. And today we are going to do the chapter number 6. In this chapter, we are going to learn the vocabulary words. It is very important to know the vocabulary words because sometimes it is because of the lack of vocabulary words that we are not able to fluently speak English. Every language that you think of speaking would require certain words because ultimately, when you speak sentences, what are sentences? They are made up of different words. And if you know how to use the different words, hence you're able to use language. So, here I am going to help you to learn the different vocabulary words which will help you to have a better fluency. When you think in English, you're able to think and then finally speak English because you have the right words in your mind. Let's start with the first one. Whenever the government charges, some kind of tax, what do we call that? We call it levy. So, what is the right word that we use whenever we talk about taxes? So, when the government charges some kind of tax, that charge is called levy. So, levy is how you're going to pronounce it. Levy, L E V Y, is how you spell it. Levy, and the pronunciation is levy. What is the meaning of the word levy? So, levy means to charge. And what you have to charge is, of course, we're talking about the taxes. Let's see the sentence now. The government has levied heavy taxes. Now, I want you to think of a certain sentence in your mind and write that sentence in the space provided here. The next one that we have is antique. The second word is antique. 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 And what is the meaning of this word antique? Antique means something which is very old, which is aged. So you may have seen an antique building. So what do we say? We call the word antique. That is an antique piece of furniture. If you have a furniture that's very, very old in your home, we say it is an antique furniture. We also say the jewelry which has got antique because of many years, it's years old, we call it antique jewelry. The next one that we have is pious, which is the word number 3. Pious. The spellings are Pious, pious. And how do you spell it? You know that. How do you pronounce it? We call it pious. Now let's get down to the meaning. The meaning of the word pious is holy or religious. So when you go to a place which is really religious, you say that I love to visit pious places. You can also say that I read a pious book, which means it was a holy book. Let's see what sentence is there. She is a pious lady, which means the lady is religious. She believes in the religion, she believes in God, and that is why we say she is a pious lady. The next one, the number 4 is narrate. This is an easy one, of course. Narrate means to tell. So when your teacher tells you a story, she narrates you a story. So narrate means that when somebody is telling you a story, telling you a tale, that's called narrate. Let's see the sentence. She narrated the story of her life. He narrated the story very well. That means he told the story very well. The next word and the last one for today is ancient. Ancient also means some kind of thing which is very old is ancient. For example, it's written here, it is an ancient fort because the fort is really old and that is why we say it is an ancient fort. It is an ancient building, you can say. The building of my school is not ancient, which means it is not very, very old. Also, let's see test yourself, what you're supposed to do in test yourself. I want you to match the correct picture with the right word so that you get an idea that what exactly the word means. So this is how we have learned the vocabulary words, and please do the matching.